Welcome back to Milk and Honey Oracle. This is a weekly reading for my fire signs, sun, moon, and rising for the week of November 10th. As always, this is a reading for the collective, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. Okay, fire signs, we are going to get started first with a theme for the week ahead. What can we expect? It's time. You're being asked to move forward toward the dream that you've been carrying in your heart. It's time to bring it out into the world. You're ready. It's time. Fire signs, I feel like this has been a bit of a theme for you over the past couple of weeks. There's definitely something that you have been living almost in a false. You have two different worlds is what I'm getting. And this could be related to a relationship. This could be your career, your family life. In some way, in some fashion, you are experiencing a situation in your mind and you are experiencing a situation in your physical reality. The two don't necessarily align. And this isn't overall, this is in relation to one specific situation, whether it's, again, a person, a relationship, something that you want to do, somewhere that you want to go, a career change that you want to make. You are experiencing this situation in your mind. You're imagining what things would be like, how things would play out, the changes that would come about because of it, but your reality is very different. You've not allowed yourself yet to make this dream, in some situations, in some cases, this visualization that you constantly have on a loop in your mind. You've not allowed that yet to come into your reality. And this is telling you that it's time to stop just thinking about it. It's time to start taking the steps to make it part of your everyday reality. Then we have speak up. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so that you can move on and be happy. We definitely had something like this a couple of weeks ago. I believe that I referred to it as a hairball. There was something stuck in your throat that needed to come out. And the advice at that time, if I'm remembering correctly, was that you didn't necessarily have to speak it out loud to another person, but the message was that you needed to admit it to yourself. You needed to be real and true with yourself so that you could move on. Like, you needed to stop denying the reality of this thought, feeling, desire, whatever it is that you are living on the inside. It's time that you start living it out loud. And I think that that's what the speak up is saying again. So if you haven't admitted this to yourself yet, I'm getting the sense that it's something that is an everyday thing. Like, it's constantly on a loop in the background of your mind, 100%. It weighs on you, but it also fills you up. Like, the possibility of whatever this is, like, fills up your cup. But the fact that you're only really enjoying it in your mind, right, in your fantasy, that is weighing on you. That's draining you. The last card that we have is detach. You're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. And I think that this goes perfectly here as well. This is you have already decided that if you were to bring this, and I'm going to refer to it as a fantasy because it's just easier language, but whatever it is that you are desiring, that you're living in your mind, right, your fantasy world, you believe that if you were to bring it into your physical reality, that it would blow everything up, right? Like you can't seem to reconcile in your mind with this fantasy how the pieces are going to come together if you were to bring it into your reality. And what you're being asked to do at this point is have faith in yourself, have faith in the universe. Know that if this is something that you can't let go of, this is something that you can't move on from, this is something that continues to come up for you day in and day out, this is meant for you. The how is not for you to concern yourself with. You need to speak it into reality. You need to admit it to yourself, and the pieces will fall together. There will be action that you will have to take to make this happen, but the puzzle pieces will come together in a positive way, in a way that it's meant to. Like, this is something that is meant for you, and you know it. You have to admit it so that you can detach from the outcome and let things start to come into your physical reality. You deserve, fire signs, to have this in your physical reality, whatever it might be. If you can't let it go, if it is constantly on your mind, it is meant for you and you deserve to have it. And it is time that you allow yourself to accept it into your everyday reality. Okay, next up we have, what do you need to know? And while I'm shuffling fire signs, if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to my channel. It helps with the algorithm. It helps keep my videos in front of you. If you enjoy the content, please comment and share. I love to see how my readings resonate with you. Okay, so we have what you need to know, Queen of Swords. Honest and fair, cutthroat, objective and truthful, independent. Already getting something on that. Queen of Pentacles, generous and caring, nurturing and sensible, comforting and practical, good business sense. We have the Nine of Wands, resilience, close to succeed, and persistence and fatigue. And I'm going to take one more. Five of Wands, conflicts and ego, competition and rivals, aggression and tension. I immediately get that the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles are the two sides of how you see things going if you bring this fantasy into your reality. You believe that either it's going to be honest and fair or it's going to be cutthroat. You believe that you will be nurtured and cared for and comforted, or you're going to hit a brick wall with accepting, right? Whatever it is that you need to bring into your reality is not going to just affect you, it's going to affect other people. And you kind of go back and forth, right? One day you think that you'll get a ton of support. The next day you feel like you might be cut off from those that you love or from something that is meaningful to you. And this is where we're at. You need to know that really where your focus goes, the energy grows. So the more that you believe that you're going to be cut off, the more that that will be your reality, and the more it will keep you stuck in the mind space of this fantasy rather than bringing it into reality. But the more that you realize that you are loved and supported, and the people that you've chosen to surround yourself with are generous and caring, and they're practical and they want the best for you, the easier it will be for you to bring this down into your reality. These two cards, I think, the Nine of Wands and the Five of Wands, are how you see yourself, right? You are constantly in conflict with your own ego. You are so frustrated that you haven't been able to bring this into your reality, but you're frustrated with yourself. There's really no one else to blame here, fire signs. It's you guys. Like, you have known for quite some time that this is something that you want. You are frustrated that you cannot get out of your own way. But I feel like you, right, and these are both fire cards, by the way, you are close to a breakthrough for yourself, that you have started to believe this, the Queen of Pentacles, more than the Queen of Swords. You have started to believe that this can be a part of your reality, and you are pushing through. I don't think that you're making the progress as quickly or as swiftly as you would like to, but I think that you are continuing to reframe how you view this situation, reframe the possibilities of bringing it into your reality, and you have been persistent in that, and that is starting to win. The light is starting to win over the dark inside you. You have been battling yourself, and I think that you're starting to realize, starting to believe that this has the potential to really thrive in your reality. I don't know that you're 100% there yet. The universe would like you to consider being there with the speak up. It's time and detach. But you are working on it, and that's progress, fire signs. Big progress. Okay, last up, we're going to get the general energies of the week ahead. First up, we have Cavern of Secrets. Unveil the hidden wonders within the shadowy depths and energy. Good gracious. Very hard to read. Basically, this situation is your secret. You have lived in the cavern of this secret for a long time. You admitting this to yourself is going to unburden you. It is going to lift a veil and allow you to see so much more that is in front of you, so much more possibility than you have allowed yourself to see, because you've been shrouded in this secret. Admitting this to yourself is going to make your life, your energy, your next steps so much easier, so much more evident. It's almost as if you're going to come through a dark forest into a bright, beautiful, lush, expansive opening. Unburdening yourself of this secret, even if it is just admitting it to yourself, is going to open up a whole new world of possibility for you. Next, we have the scales of balance. Seek equilibrium in love and career, harmonizing your inner scale to weigh decisions with both heart and mind. And I think that that is exactly where you are right now. I think it will be easier for you to balance things once you do admit this to yourself and you see all of the possibilities. You're going to see that it's not one-sided. Like, I think that you've told yourself that following this path, pursuing this dream, bringing this fantasy into your reality was going to be detrimental to you in a lot of ways. And I think that speaking it aloud to yourself, admitting it to yourself, is going to show you how unbalanced your view of the situation has been, and you're going to feel much more equipped to continue to move forward. And here we go, Feather of Hope. Grasp the Feather of Hope, a delicate symbol of upward promises and an uplifting future. That's the culmination of this entire reading, fire signs. You admit this to yourself, you allow yourself to really ground in the possibility of bringing your fantasy into a reality. You are going to see how much more is out there waiting for you. You're going to be able to balance the dark and the light. And for the first time in a really long time, you are going to be hopeful. I feel if you do this, you are going to feel so light, so happy, hopeful, excited. You're going to have a completely different view of the world in the most positive of ways. I am so excited for you, fire signs. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I'll catch you next time.